Hi, my name is Laura. I'm 23 years old and I've got Tourette syndrome since I was 11. I want to talk to you today about a good thing that comes of Tourette's because there are many good things and one of them is being creative. Um, I always love the fact that I'm able to do so many things that other people may not be able of. So I want to show you some things. I am sometimes making my own dresses, and I made the one I'm wearing today. So I just finished it, and I love to do it, and I just started. I just I decided I wanted to do it, so I taught myself, I learned myself, and now I'm able to make my own dresses. Another thing I can do quite well is making cakes, and I really love it to make cakes with fondant and stuff. And it's actually not that common in the Netherlands. It's starting to get here, but it's not that common as in America. And I've been doing it since I was, I guess, 18. And well, they get bigger and bigger and bigger, and I really love it. So here are some cakes I made. Okay, I hope you loved it. Um, what I also do is I make my own poems. I didn't do that the last couple of years actually, but I did. Oh, I did made I made some poems, and I did it when I was in high school, and I really loved it. And I guess I'm good at it. And what else do I love to do? And I like painting faces of children. I love children, but I also love the creativity to be able to make them into whatever they want. And I also sometimes I make drawings with like wood chalk, I guess you call it, and I try to make them as real as possible. So here are some of them. Um, other things is I just bought a guitar a couple of last week. I'm trying to learn it. I never go to a school or something to learn those things. Just like making those cakes, I invented myself how I did it. I just looked online and I just try how I can do it. I never have to learn from someone because I think I'm creative myself and it's not necessary to go to someone and ask. Um, the reason why I think a lot of people with Tourette's are so creative is because we can look at things from many different views. So we can, if you see one thing, you can't just see one thing. You see all other ways. And also we think really quick. Well, really quick. So if you um, if you have something in your head, like last I made like those cones with something in it. I love them, and a friend of mine they love them as well, and they said, well, they actually kind of look like an Olympic torch, and I love the Olympics, so one thing went to, led to another, and now next week I'm going to make a huge Olympic cake because when they said they look like an Olympic torch, I don't think, oh, that's nice, that's true. No, I think, okay, so I can make a cake with an Olympic torch. Oh, that's nice. But if I can make a cake that's with the Olympics, then I can make an Olympic stadium and maybe the hockey stadium as well because I'm going to go there, and then I'm going to make just like a huge cake, and I want water on it, but you can't have water on a cake. So I saw in Cake Boss the water effect, and I kept watching him to know what he did to make the water effect, and so I found a recipe to make the water effect. So next week I'm going to make a cake with, well, huge cake with two stadiums, the Olympic Stadium and the hockey stadium, and water running through it, but then with piping gels because water can't go, and the Olympic rings, and maybe I'll add a torch. I'm not sure yet because I don't know whether it fits. But that came all from one person that said, "Oh, look, it looks like an Olympic torch." I just think real quick, and a lot of people with Tourette's do, and that means, well, we realize we can make a lot of things that other people just can't even think of. And I think we're really persistent, perseverant, I don't know the real word, but we don't give up. I mean, if I want to do something, I'm gonna do it. If I want to make a dress, I'm gonna make a dress. If I want to make the Olympic cake, I'm gonna make the Olympic cake. I don't know who it's gonna eat it yet, but I'm gonna make the cake anyway. And I think a lot of people with Tourette's have this need to do what they want to do. And I think we can achieve amazing things because of it. I don't know if you know this, but Miss Iowa this year, Miss Iowa 2012, Mariah Carey, she actually has Tourette syndrome. There are not a lot of people that are really gonna be a Miss America, and she has Tourette syndrome. I mean, I think that's amazing because she never gave up. She wanted to do it, and she did it. And just as well, maybe you know Tim Howard. He is the goalkeeper of the American soccer team. And I know soccer isn't that big in America as it is in Europe, but to me it's amazing because just to be a soccer player, that's amazing by itself. But the goalkeeper should be able to control his arms and his legs, and he has Tourette syndrome. So I think that's amazing, and you should never give up. And if you want something, you should go for it. And I think a lot of people with Tourette's do that. And well, that's why we're so creative. We want to do something, and we think real quick, and then we have something in our head, and it might be crazy, but I mean, I'm gonna make the cake, and I'm gonna do all those things, and I'm gonna teach myself how to play the guitar. And I know a lot of people who do a lot of those things as well. And I'm also really creative when I'm teaching a class. I always get these compliments from my guidance counselors that they say, "Well, you make so fun lessons, just really creative." I actually had my I think it's third and fourth grade made buildings from spaghetti and marshmallows. And it was just so much fun, and they learned how to make the triangle, and they learned how to make something sturdy with spaghetti. And it's just so much fun, and you can do so many lovely things because you're creative, and because you have, well, you go for what you want. And so I think it's just so much fun to do all those things, and I think you can. So not don't just focus on the bad stuff about Tourette's. This is really something, a talent you have, and you should, well, you should go for it, I think. And I want to show you something more that of a few other people that made some stuff, and they have Tourette's as well. So enjoy, and see you next time. Bye bye.